I'm Martino. This morning at 10 on Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW. This is the Ross Kaminsky Show. Now, Ross Kaminsky on Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
All right, producer Shannon tells me we are up on YouTube Live to start this new post-Thanksgiving week. So if you go to youtube.com and type in Ross Kaminsky, you should be able to find it. I'm wearing this T-shirt today, Shannon. Can you see this? It says Chesty's Gym, and it's a Marine Corps thing. It says hit hard, hit fast, hit often. And my dad sent it to me for my birthday with a little note saying that my dad knew this guy, Chesty, and took care of him and his son. My dad was a surgeon in the U.S. Navy, and, of course, the Marine Corps uses Navy doctors. So, anyway, I'm wearing my Chesty's Gym thing. I'm not sure if my dad is up early enough to hear this or if he's even in the United States right now because Dad collects frequent flyer miles. But, Dad, if you're listening, I'm wearing the Chesty's Gym T-shirt on YouTube Live. It's pretty cool, like having the Marine Corps insignia on me. I hope you all had a fabulous Thanksgiving. Ours was really good. You might have seen, if you follow me on Twitter, you might have seen the at least picture or two that I tweeted out. I'm not much of a food tweeter, but I did tweet out the 2 ducks that we had for Thanksgiving because I don't like turkey very much. And my wife's Australian. She actually does kind of like Thanksgiving, but not a huge turkey fan. So Kristen made 2 ducks, and they were stuffed with mushroom-flavored wild rice that Kristen made that was really, really good. And then she did a side dish of, I guess you would call them, I don't know if they were baked or broiled. They were done in the oven, but organic red potatoes. Not that I care about organic. I just saw that on the bag. Purple potatoes, carrots, and Brussels sprouts, which, before they went on the baking pan in the oven, were tossed not only in seasoning, but in some of the fat from the duck. Oh, my gosh, was that good. So we had that, and I got to say, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, without work, we need to do that more often. And I'm not entirely pleased at being back at work today, but I imagine none of you are either, and you're all going back to the work, so the very least I can do is get here and do my darn job, right? And there will be shopping. Yes, there will be Cyber Monday shopping, and we're going to talk about that in a minute because I got some very interesting numbers about Black Friday and Cyber Monday. I didn't do a lot of shopping. I did a little. Oh, I made fun on Wednesday a little bit of people going shopping on Thanksgiving evening. And I thought, you know what? I should know what I'm talking about here. So I took my daughter, Lily, who's 12, and we went to Kohl's on Thanksgiving evening around 5:30. And we went to the Kohl's over by Kipling near C470, right? Southwest, they call it Southwest something, but Kipling by C470, which I would like to point out, because of its particular location, has a 5% sales tax rate at that store, which is awesome. 5% sales tax rate. I'm sure there's lower in the state of Colorado, but not much, and not around here. So that's pretty good, 5% sales tax. And at 5:30 in the afternoon, I've never seen the Kohl's parking lot so full. It was full. The lines were long, and Lily and I did buy some stuff, and I actually saw that stereotypical scene of 2 women almost fighting over a pile of, this was shirts that they were each trying to work through to try to find, I don't know, like the size that, like everybody wants a medium, so you get there late and all that's left is Shannon size or some pygmy size, right? All that's left is extra large and pygmy. So these women were there, and they're like going through these sort of plaid lumberjack-looking shirts. They didn't yell or hit each other or anything, but they were talking to each other in a not unkind way about just the experience of the Thanksgiving shopping. I can't say that I really enjoyed it, and the sales were okay, but not that tremendously fantastic. So I don't know. I probably won't do it again. I don't know. There is something kind of fun about taking your daughter shopping. I don't know that I've ever even really done that, just taken her shopping before, because usually Kristen takes Lily shopping. Kristen's way more of a shopper than I am. But we did, and we had a good time, and I wonder if you did any of that as well. If you had any ridiculous or even not so ridiculous Thanksgiving shopping experience or a ridiculous Black Friday shopping experience, I would love to hear about it. You can either give me a call at 303-713-TALK, or you can shoot me an email at ross@khow.com. Actually, I need to get the texting thing going this morning. If you want to text me, don't forget the number is 57739, and you've got to put the word Ross in the text, or it won't show up on the screen. And I'll have the screen open, so I'll be able to see your text in a couple of minutes. Okay, so the last few days, there was some pretty big jumps in the amount of shopping, Black Friday shopping, Thanksgiving as well. What was, I guess, not very surprising about it, Black Friday you normally think of, at least historically, as people going out to the stores, right? You go to Walmart, you go to Best Buy, you go to wherever is open, whether it's Thanksgiving or whether it's Friday, whether it's both. But depending on which survey you look at, depending on which analyst group you're talking to, it does seem pretty clear that foot traffic to U.S. stores during Thanksgiving Thursday and Black Friday actually fell this year over last year. But that doesn't mean that sales fell. Foot traffic fell, but purchasers continued to increase the percentage that they were buying online, even on Thanksgiving and Black Friday, which are normally thought of as, like I said, the days when you go to the store. Unlike today, Cyber Monday, right? Obviously the day when you buy stuff online. I got an offer this morning, an email offer from a company that makes some pretty cool little gun accessories with a huge, like 35% off everything. So I'm going to have to go check that out. If you want that link, just email me and I'll forward it to you. But anyway, that's going to be fun. So one group says that during Thanksgiving and Black Friday, traffic to U.S. stores fell between 5 and 9% compared with the same days last year. I have a feeling that estimate's a little high. Another firm called Shopper Track estimated that it fell about 1% from last year. But overall sales were actually up 5 or 6%. Let me see if I can find the actual numbers for you. But record sales for online on Black Friday, $6.22 billion. It's enormous, but today's going to be even bigger. Today they're talking about getting close to $8 billion in online sales today, with some people calling in sick or just not going to work so that they can spend the day shopping. And Shannon's giving me a look like I would do that too if I could. Oh, we do. We do have really good internet here, which makes for a good online shopping experience. Man, I had so many years of dial-up internet. When I first got AOL in 1995, and I was actually doing some of the old bulletin boards before that. You remember bulletin boards? Oh my gosh, and I had the modem, and you went for, there was a 16K modem, and then a 48K modem, and then, remember, and then, it was ridiculous, but it was so much fun. My first experiences online with email and then eBay were all through dial-up. Anyway, 23% increase in online Black Friday shopping this year, according to a new report from Adobe Analytics. And also, I suppose, not surprising, more than a third of it, $2.1 billion were made on smartphones. Right, last year, so that's about 50% increase from last year, which is $1.4 billion on smartphones. And one of the things that you probably have noticed if you use your phones for much of anything, and especially if you use your phones for shopping at all, is that more and more websites are focusing on making a really good mobile experience. And more companies have websites that will either automatically format to some kind of appearance that looks good on your cell phone if you're viewing it on a phone, because they can tell in almost all circumstances, they can tell if you're viewing it on a mobile device, because the device has codes in it, or the browser sends codes to the website that you're viewing that tell it what kind of device you're looking at it on. So the server that's serving up the website can respond. And then the other thing that'll happen is sometimes if it can tell you're coming through a mobile device, it will redirect from the regular website. You may see a URL that looks like m.website.com or mobile.website.com or something, because it will redirect you to a specific mobile version of the website that is actually, in a lot of cases, actually a different, similar but different website that has less data, so that it loads faster and is laid out in a way to make it easy on a screen. Anyway, so it's working. 50% increase in smartphone online sales Thursday and Black Friday. So what else? Biggest discounts this year. Computers, about 18%. TVs, about 18%. Toys, huge discount, about 27%. I wonder if the toy thing is from all of these other retailers trying to pick up what used to be Toys R Us's audience, crowd, shoppers. I wonder. Usually the biggest discounts in toys is a little later, because people really kind of have to buy toys for their kids. And so the retailers try to hold off buying that stuff until much closer to Christmas. And usually the biggest discounts in toys are actually later on. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see what the numbers are like for Cyber Monday. But one thing you will notice if you are shopping today, especially if you are shopping at even slightly major sites, and here's a headline from Fox Business: Cyber Monday shoppers will see more sites charging sales tax. We talked about it on the show, the Wayfair versus, I always forget North and South Dakota, because I think it was North Dakota. Anyway, the Wayfair case, the Supreme Court overturned its previous case, which was Quill, which was versus the other Dakota, whichever one it was, and has said that states can charge sales tax even when the seller doesn't have a physical presence in the state. Now, most states that are looking to enforce this at this point have certain thresholds where a seller has to do some number of transactions or some number of, a couple $100,000 a year of sales in the state. Otherwise, it's not really worth the state's effort to try to deal with requiring compliance when they are going to collect an amount of money that's so small that it's not even 5 digits, right? But in any case, you will find more and more companies now charging sales tax. And here's what Fox Business says: whether shoppers get charged sales tax on their online purchases comes down to where they live and where they're shopping. Before the Supreme Court's recent decision, businesses selling online had to collect sales tax only in states where they had stores, warehouses, or another physical presence. And that meant that only major retailers like Apple, Best Buy, Macy's, and Target, which have brick-and-mortar stores nationwide, were generally collecting sales tax from online customers. But that wasn't the case for businesses with big online presence but few physical locations. Now, states can force out-of-state sellers to collect sales tax. So some retailers like Overstock.com, Wayfair, Newegg, a big electronics company that I ordered something from a few days ago, they are going to be required, or can be required, to collect tax in more states. So you may see that when you're shopping today. Some states, some big states actually, California, Texas, New York, Florida, do not yet have these requirements in place. But Colorado is getting there. And that reminds me, I want to let you know that tomorrow on the show at 8:05, we are going to talk with the dude who is the executive director of the Colorado Department of Revenue, because starting December 1st, right? A week from now, less than a week from now, Colorado is going to start enforcing new sales tax rules within the state. Within the state. Right? Right now, there are plenty of businesses in the state of Colorado who sell product and often will deliver product to people in other parts of the state of Colorado, and not necessarily that far away, right? Somebody in Adams County selling and delivering to somebody in Arapahoe County. Somebody in Jefferson County selling and delivering to somebody in Denver. Well, the state of Colorado is about to make that transaction much more difficult and more expensive. And we're going to talk with the guy who's in charge of that department, and we're going to ask him what the new rules are, why they're happening. And I'm also going to ask him, actually, why the Department of Revenue thinks that they are allowed to basically increase taxes without what appears to be any kind of legislation or, law passing, anything like that, or them being given the authority, as far as I can tell, to do this. But we'll see. That's coming up on the show tomorrow at 8:05. Want to make sure you know a couple other things coming up on the show today. We've got some really great stuff for you. At 7:47 or 7:48, we're going to talk with Jack Graham. Many of you know Jack. He ran for U.S. Senate, but he was a quarterback for the CSU Rams. Then he was an NFL quarterback. Then he was the athletic director for CSU, and he was involved with some, expensive contract stuff with a coach. Well, did you hear about the golden parachute that the CU coach just got? The fired CU coach, he's getting $10 million. And we're going to talk with Jack Graham about why that is part of the way the game is played today. That's going to be fun. Before that, at 7:15, we're going to talk with Phil Larson from CU about the Mars InSight probe. This is going to land on Mars later today. And we're going to talk with, fingers crossed, they're calling it 7 minutes of terror. And coming up next, Patrick Abbott from NIST, the National Institute of Standards and something that starts with a T, joins us to talk, or maybe it's just standards, to talk about the technology, talk about the redefinition of the kilogram.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's.
Monday morning drive, great time to head out. The interstates right now running trouble-free. No accidents or big problems to slow you down. Commerce City Drive starting to get busy. Eastbound 270 from I-25 down to York. I-70 Drive across town looks good if you're heading out to DIA. Penny Boulevard is trouble-free. And I-25, no trouble for you downtown Tech Center. Heading off to the high country, still have some scattered slick conditions along I-70. US 611 Pass has reopened. Denver's forecast, it's a nice week ahead. Sunny skies, lots of sunshine. High near 47 today. Overnight low at 28. Upper 50s tomorrow. Right now it's 23. With the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Phelan, 630 KHOW.
Get an extra 5% off purchases every day at Lowe's on items big or small when you use your Lowe's Advantage card. All projects have a starting point. Start with Lowe's. Subject to credit approval and can't be combined with any other credit offers. Exclusions apply. See store for details. U.S. only.
So when you work with the John Elway stores, I want you to know just the quality of people that you're working with and how much they give back to the community, especially, during this holiday season. I was talking with Todd, the managing partner. He actually spent part of his Thanksgiving day, giving his day to the less fortunate. And the folks at the Elway stores, they just keep up this commitment. They're your friends and neighbors. They know they are. They like to, quote unquote, give back to the community. One thing I'll mention to you in case you missed it when I was talking with Willie B the other day. Willie B gives away cars for Christmas, including he's going to give away, he told me, at least one car to one of my listeners. He's been given a bunch of cars for free by the Elway dealerships. I hope you will consider all the Elway stores for all of your car needs. Learn more at elwaydealers.com.
Indeed knows finding the right hire takes time away from your business.
Hiring a qualified data engineer felt like a second job.
More job seekers use Indeed than any other site, so there's no better place to find someone with the skills you're looking for.
I needed someone with a master's in computer science and database experience.
Plus, Indeed screener questions help you find your shortlist fast.
Now I'm back to having just one job.
See why more than 3 million companies worldwide use Indeed to hire. Post your job at Indeed.com/hire. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Source ComScore total visits.
A good night's sleep starts with the right pillow. That's where MyPillow comes in, and we're excited to announce the new 4-pack special. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the 4-pack special tab, and save 50% off the 4-pack, which includes 2 MyPillow premiums and 2 Go Anywhere pillows. Call 1-800-266-4719. That's 1-800-266-4719. Take advantage of this limited time offer. Go to MyPillow.com now. Click on the 4-pack special tab and use promo code COMFORT at checkout.
If you've saved a lot for retirement, you feel pretty good. But without some advanced, comprehensive planning, taxes could be your biggest expense in retirement. This is Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, heard every Saturday here on 630 KHOW. As a comprehensive retirement planner and with my background as a CPA, having practiced in taxes for more than 20 years here in Colorado, I'm always keeping an eye on taxes when we put together your retirement plan. There may be ways to save significant amounts on taxes if you know what you're doing. Why pay more than your fair share in taxes during retirement if you don't have to? Call me, Linda Gardner, to schedule your complimentary, no-obligation retirement planning strategy session. Don't let taxes derail your retirement. You can call right now, 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604, or reach out online at yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
Noted author, former chief medical correspondent, and Salonpas user Dr. Bob Arnott.
The human body has billions of pain receptors. Block those receptors with the anesthetics found in Salonpas Lidocaine Plus, and you'll have relief. Salonpas Lidocaine Plus contains 2 anesthetics, including the maximum strength lidocaine available without a prescription. They numb aggravated nerves for effective, lasting relief. For relief, try what I use, Salonpas Lidocaine Plus.
In the silver box with the blue wave.
Skiers and snowboarders, Altera, the creator of the new Icon Ski Pass, has just partnered with Denver-based company Alpine Media Technology. Alpine Media delivers real-time updates on grooming reports, lift line status, and even traffic on I-70 via high-def screens on the chairlift, in gondolas, and inside lodges. Your mountain experience just got upgraded. Inquire about advertising opportunities by emailing radio@alpinemediatech.com. That's radio@alpinemediatech.com.
Well, I hope some of you went over to Littleton Jewelry's Black Friday sale. Jesse's going to be having sales going on throughout the holiday season, but Black Friday, of course, a very big one. And I got to tell you, I just love Littleton Jewelry. It's that simple. I'm not kidding when I say that I stop by the store from time to time, partly because it's close to my house, but also partly because I just like going there. I like hanging out. I like talking to Jesse. I like talking to customers who come in. Every once in a while, someone comes in who's a show listener. Usually not, but usually it's just another person. But sometimes a show listener comes in, and they come in because they know that they are going to get great treatment, great prices, great service. If you need something clean, Jesse will clean it for free. If you need jewelry inspected, he'll inspect it for free. It's the very best for all your holiday jewelry needs. Learn more at littletonfinejewelry.com.
Here we go. Time for the festive feel. Time for iHeart Christmas Radio and North Pole Radio. iHeart Christmas Radio has you covered with 100% Christmas favorites, commercial free. And North Pole Radio is a fun musical sleigh ride hosted by Santa himself.
That's right.
So as we dive into the holidays, make sure you keep iHeartRadio as your feel-good soundtrack. Your music, your stations and podcasts, anytime, anywhere.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump tweets, "They are not coming into the USA." Some Central American migrants now in Mexico rushed the border near San Diego yesterday.